So I am uncomfortable with this concept of work-life balance because balance is achieved with two opposing forces. And why should work and life be in opposition? If you don't have work-life balance, if you're struggling to find work-life balance, no amount of yoga will fix that. Taking off an extra week of vacation, and by the way, vacation means you're not working on the beach. That's just telecommuting from a beach. Where work and personal life become, not only to say interchangeable, but smooth. And what I mean by that is they're not necessarily confined by hours in a day, but rather where I choose to give effort. So for example, if it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, technically part of the workday, and you're hankering for a run because it's a day like this, you go for a run. One of the mistakes that I've made was treating things that are important to my mind, my body, my spirit, as something that I'm only supposed to do off hours or on weekends. We used to have things called duvet days, which I can't remember, we had like 5 duvet days a year or something. And a duvet day was, you wake up in the morning, you just don't want to come to work. You're totally healthy, or it's a beautiful day and I just would rather go to the beach. So you'd call up and leave a message at 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning, be like, hey, I'm taking a duvet day, I'll see you tomorrow. And no one would bother you, right? And people are like, that's amazing that you do that, Simon. I'm like, people are doing that anyway. It's called, hey, I think I have a 24-hour bug. I'm not going to be at work today. And they go to the beach. So just call it out.
Simon Sinek once said that he felt quite uncomfortable while considering both work and life on opposite sides, and said that it is very important to have a balance between them. Today's working class is considerably the busiest group of humans the world has ever seen. You cannot blame them because everybody has a dream to fulfill and a position to reach. But while chasing behind their dreams, are they forgetting something important? Do they forget the people for whom they want to achieve those dreams? It might seem hurtful, but it is the truth. In between working to earn something and trying to spend some time with family, people forget about the balance they need to have. Suppose you are on vacation with your friends or family, and even then you are working. How is it a vacation then? You will slowly realize that you are going away from the people you treasure the most in your life. And what if you are in your office, but are constantly avoiding all your pending projects instead of chatting with your friends? This will cause difficulty as well. Remember to know your priorities well and how they fluctuate depending on the situation. While you are working, keep your work at the top of your priority list. And while spending time with your family, keep family or friends at the top. Simon explained how they used to have duvet days or leave days in one of his former companies. He used to work, which created a beautiful environment for anyone to take vacations and spend time with their families by just letting everyone know beforehand. I hope it inspires you to balance your life properly. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to not miss out on any updates in the future.
You'll never find the balance the same way that no young person will ever find the perfect job, because there's no perfect company and there's no perfect job. And no one will ever feel like they're making an impact every day. And no one will ever have happiness every day. Everybody's looking for something that you literally cannot find. I'm trying to find, a place where I can be passionate every day. Doesn't exist. I'm trying to find the perfect partner for me. Doesn't exist. It's not about finding something. It's about looking for it. You don't want this, but it's this. It's always teetering. It's always this. It's always a slight backwards forwards. You're always blocking and tackling. And that's the fun. If it was stable, you'd have no fun. Again, it's about being alert and aware the whole time. And for me, what I've learned is what makes it joyful and exciting and stable and fun is who we take with us on the journey. That is the best part. That you don't go looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow by yourself, for yourself. How can I make an impact? How can I find the job that I love? How can I find the perfect mate? Me, right? But it's rather, hey, you guys want to go for an adventure? I've heard there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I don't know if we're going to find it, but let's go.
Taking time for myself where I disconnect from everything. I'm a great believer, when people take vacation but they're online the whole time, that's not a vacation, that's telecommuting from a beach. And so one could argue that in our modern day and age, we actually take zero vacation and we have 0 evenings and 0 weekends. And I think that's incredibly unhealthy. I recognize that, we talk about work-life balance. Work and life are not opposing forces. Balance is the wrong analogy. I'm the same person at home as I am at work. It's just different clothes and a different table I sit at, right? And so what I try and do is recognize that it's all my life and there's no difference in where I am and what I'm doing. And so what I'm trying to do is live a balanced life in general. And I work to ensure that creative things are very much a part of it. That can be making things, that it can also be going to see things. I think it's very important for people to take time off, to look at art, see theater, whatever your thing is. I think you need to engage with something that challenges your brain in a way that doesn't challenge you every single day, so that you see the world differently. I have many, many ideas sitting in places they don't expect to have ideas.
Nobody feels safe the first day of work, no matter how nice everybody is. And after 2 months, you still don't feel it. It takes time, you know? If you've been there for 7 years and you still don't feel safe, probably time to leave, you know? If it's been 3 or 4 months, you know, it doesn't happen immediately. And so this is why we consistently do nice things. We judge each other by the consistency of our behaviors, not one event. Every single bad leader has done some good things. Every single good leader has done some bad things. But on balance, we say, I trust this person, but something doesn't feel right there. And like I said, sometimes it's big things, like in hard times, we're not going to have any redundancies, you know? We found other ways. And trust me, every person would rather have a couple weeks extra holiday unpaid than lose their jobs. And by the way, when the people who get to keep their jobs, who aren't made redundant, it's not like they relax. By the way, the tension and the cortisol stays high after the redundancies, and you've just destroyed productivity and innovation inside the company because of that stupid short-term decision.